Hey, so Shane here from the Legal Edge Coaching. So the issue that came up for me the other day, and it's a recurring issue I struggle with sometimes in my own practice, right? I get a new idea, we go to implement it, and I'm like, well, I need to work on this and come up with a plan. I need to come up with the KPIs for this, or I need to come up with the SOP, or I need to come up with whatever this process is going to be. And a lot of times, it's not even something I'm ultimately going to be doing, right? So like I was talking, we were working on something. We were going to work on a procedure for our senior associates to do in their training with their some of the younger associates. And I was like, well, I need to come up with this. Then I need to figure out the KPIs. Then I need to work on the training and run these meetings for a little while and then turn it over to somebody else. And the question is why? Why do I, as the business owner, need to be the one coming up with the KPIs or coming up with the process for that meeting and even training the team when ultimately I'm not going to be the one responsible for it whatsoever? And I can do that, and then I can hand it off to somebody else. Or I could do this. I could do the alternative, which is I come up with the vision, figure out exactly what I want to do, what the purpose of this meeting is, what it needs to cover, and then give it to the person who's going to be running that meeting with that attorney, with those senior attorneys. Let them come up with all the details. Let them come up with the KPIs, how they're going to measure it. Let them run the meeting and then come back to me and present to me and say, this is my plan. How does it look, Shane? And when you look at it that way, then it helps them have authority and ownership of that whole process, right? They're going to work hard to make sure that meeting runs smoothly. They're going to be more invested in it. They're going to come up with it. They're going to decide what's important in that meeting or not. They're going to present it to me to see if it doesn't match my vision as the business owner, right? Does it do what I want it to do? And if it does, thumbs up, let's move forward. If it doesn't, all right, keep working on it and come back to me. And honestly, if you will do that, it generally will get done quicker and probably better than if you, the business owner, decide to do everything and then force it onto your team. So keep in mind, we've got two alternative strategies. One, I'm going to come up with everything, and then I'm going to force my team to run this meeting that I designed for these KPIs that I picked for their team and run it that way. Or I can explain my vision to them, what we want and why I want it done this way, and then let them come up with all the nitty-gritty details on why, present it to me. I'm like, thumbs up, you did a great job, and now go do it. And they have more ownership and a control and authority over that process. So just two different perspectives. One is what I try to do, even though sometimes I fail here. And the other one is where you as the owner are going to be the bottleneck and take everything on yourself, which is going to make it hard for you to grow your team and succeed and win past a certain point because you are going to be the bottleneck. And that's what I decided. I'm not going to be the bottleneck, right? I want to continue to grow my business, make it bigger and bigger. So therefore, once I realized that I was functioning as a bottleneck, I had to give it off. And now I've done two things. I'm not a bottleneck, and I'm giving ownership of this issue to somebody else on my team to run with. Shane from the Legal Edge. I'll talk to you soon.